Hello there, everyone. My name is Oversoul. This is Oversoul Gaming, and welcome back to I Saw Black Clouds. And yes, my hair is still blue. It's just that the lighting in this room sucks. And there's a red background contrast, so it's probably messing with the colors. Anywho, also I will need to touch it up soon, so that it'll be more vibrant again, because eventually the shit fades. It's just part of it. Eventually you gotta touch it up, so. Alright, so when we last left our person, the ghost gave her an SD card. Let's see what's on it. Hello, untrustworthy Dr. Lady person. Oh, is this a recorded session? Was she secretly recording a session?
I understand that, of course. But can you explain to me why you think a dead person is talking to you?
I mean...
It doesn't talk to me. She puts thoughts in my mind.
How is this affecting you?
I feel her here every day, especially at night. As though I'm always being watched.
So an even worse
what she
big
used
bad
to say
ghost?
was comforting. But now it's things that frighten me.
I'm concerned that this imaginary friend is affecting your emotions so much.
Imaginary. She is as real as you are.
Please, keep talking to me, Emily. It's important you explain this.
But what is the
I
truth?
can't.
Why not?
Because she's right there, standing behind you.
Ooh, freaky. Ooh, that's a bit heavy on the heart. Alright. Well filmed. The folks at Wales Interactive, man, they know what they're doing.
Hello and welcome.
Reverend Peter.
Peter, please. It's Christina, isn't it? How can I be of help?
There are a few things I wanted to ask you.
Well, after a bereavement, people often want answers.
It's about Emily. I just wanted to better understand what happened.
Friends and family have all sorts of feelings after an event like this. Guilt is very common.
Emily talked about seeing ghosts here in the village. And it's something that I've experienced as well.
It's very common after a death like this to have such experiences.
Okay, but how does that explain Emily?
Even for those that don't believe in the paranormal.
I thought that too, but this is something different.
Maybe it has something to do with the story of Agnes.
Oh. There we go again.
Agnes.
That's the name she said.
It's a local legend.
Why does he
Dates
look like
back
a
to the 18th century.
discount Voldemort, but with a nose?
She was a maid who worked in the Lord's estate. Her parents brought her over from Sweden when they came to work here. The story goes that she had an affair with the Lord. When she fell pregnant, he was horrified that she wanted to legitimize the relationship. It was all very different back then, of course.
And nobody helped her.
Not from the village, no. And the staff from the house, well, they turned their back on her because of the shame of it.
Wow. So, what did she do?
So what did she do?
Out of options and without any hope, she threw herself into the lake on the Lord's estate, drowned herself and the unborn child.
Oh boy.
And that's where the ghost stories come from.
Thanks, Anne. Bye. Not exactly. It's said that she cursed the area with her death. And that her spirit returns to taunt young women into taking their own lives.
And we're next on the list, right?
It's all nonsense, of course.
But there are more suicides here than normal.
Some areas are more prone to this than others. The sad fact is, suicide hotspots occur more often than you'd think.
Probably a
And
depressing
having a
ass
local
place to
legend
live.
like this only adds to the problem and plays into people's neuroses. Doesn't help that Alexander keeps talking about it. He's the Lord's descendant.
He lives here in the village.
Yes. The estate's had the same family and for hundreds of years. I wouldn't recommend talking to him about this. It's not the kind of thing you want to hear when you've just lost a friend in the way that you have.
But
Can
we're
be a
going
little
to.
bit grumpy too.
Of course she's going to, though. She's got to we need answers, damn it. Grumpy or not, we require explanations. Knockety knock knock. Don't make me break the glass. There you are.
Hello, Alexander?
Yes, what do you want?
I believe I met a colleague of yours today, Dominique. She mentioned to me that you worked at the clinic. I was hoping I could ask you some questions.
Very well. Come in.
Thank you.
Apparently Callie wants to say, or not Callie, wow. Little throwback there. Amicia wants to say hello.
This is my friend Emily. She passed away recently.
Yes.
Okay.
I was at the clinic when your friend was there, but purely in an advisory capacity. I couldn't comment on her treatment.
Advisory at the clinic?
Yes, I retired as a surgeon many years ago, but I would be called back to advise the psychiatric team from time to time.
And why did the clinic close?
Why did the clinic close?
No. Series of patient disappearances.
Mm-hmm.
Suicides. Over the years, it led to its closure.
And anything else?
There was nothing wrong with the treatment there. It was the building that was
This
cursed.
guy seems familiar.
So you believe there's some truth in this curse?
Oh, yes. This house has been under dark clouds for hundreds of years. Ever since my ancestor foolishly impregnated that stupid maid.
Have you seen her?
Of course. She haunted this house for years, burning the life out of anybody who lived under its roof.
Wow, he's so callous and casual about it.
Yeah. The good Reverend hasn't told you the full story, has he? My ancestor was an arrogant man. He was also stupid. A man in his position should never have gone near one of his domestic staff. I mean, a maid, for goodness sake. I suppose her being Swedish must have added an air of exoticism.
I mean, sure. Swedish is basically just diet white, but okay, whatever. Oh, he didn't get out much, did he? Oh. Once again, man, I can't believe the words that came out of my own mouth. Dye it white, I said. Okay.
Of course, the inevitable happened. Usually these things are handled discreetly, but for some reason she thought he would acknowledge her as the father of her child. A preposterous idea back then. She had to leave, of course.
How can you do this to me?
Because he's a piece of shit!
How can you do this to me? I am your child. Okej! Jag går! Men jag hatar dig för att göra det här med mig!
Well, this is the most
Dig och ditt hus!
the most distressing episode of The Handmaid's Tale I've ever seen.
The other staff turned their backs on her. Nobody in the village would help. Quite alone, with no family to turn to, she was left with almost no choice.
Woof.
They say that a soul that dies in a state of rage leaves a curse. Well, Agnes cursed us all that day.
So people believe these deaths were because of her.
Records in this house were very carefully kept. Particularly so on an estate so heavily reliant on agriculture. The phases of the moon were noted. Agnes's death was remarked on at the time because of the blood moon that appeared in the sky on the night of her death.
A lunar eclipse.
Indeed. 2 years on, and Agnes was barely remembered, until the next blood moon appeared in the sky.
Ooh, spooky stuff. Okay.
That night, a maid in the house swore she'd seen Agnes on the stairs, whispering to her. The days went on, and she became more and more hysterical, claiming she heard Agnes speaking to her wherever she went.
So is it actually the ghost of
The
Agnes,
next
or is
morning,
it...
the estate steward found the maid hanging from a tree.
Or is it the curse that they left?
After
curse
that,
that she
we
left.
grew to fear the appearance of a blood moon.
Even now.
Let me show you something.
How very intriguing.
Out there used to be the outbuildings that the servants lived in.
What happened?
I had it burned to the ground.
Why?
When one of the servants started complaining about a woman who'd be seen in the building at night, I'd finally had enough.
And?
Did she ever come back?
I had the grounds of the house lined with salt. She never returned.
But has she been seen in the village?
So it is a ghost, then.
By the lake where she died. I really don't recommend you go there.
I just want to know if she had anything to do with what happened to my friend.
Look, I hope you find your answers. But if I were you, I'd leave this accursed place.
Probably a smart choice, but what would be the fun in that? This place is under construction. Wow. Desolate.
Hello? Anybody here?
And where are we exactly? It said there was a welfare office up ahead. What is the rest of this thing? This is one of those, like, city hall community buildings where they got, like, all kinds of different offices for different purposes in it. Pay your parking tickets on the second floor. Why, yes, the creepy stairwell is a valid choice. Why not? That sound was in the distance behind me. Straight ahead, I suppose. Although realistically, she probably would have looked inside the door to the left. Does it matter? Left door. Way out. We don't want to leave quite yet. We came here for reasons and purposes, did we not? Well, there's nothing in here. Wait, is this the old clinic? The one that was shut down? And they're just like repurposing it into community stuff. So maybe just the downstairs right now. I wasted time by going left, by the way. There was nothing in that room. It ends up going to the right anyways. I see. They just haven't finished renovating the upstairs yet. Of course we're gonna keep looking. We haven't found anything interesting yet. Could this lead to our death? Who knows? Nothing gained, nothing lost. Or... wait, nothing risked, nothing gained. There we go. But what I also said is... the other thing I said is also true, but extremely nihilistic. Spooky, spooky. Ooh, that gave me the goose pimples. Alright. Alright, you whispering bitch, let's go. I don't see nothing. Oh, there she is. Oh. Oh, wait, so was that her in our house earlier? Because I thought that was Emily. You don't want to look, trust me. I said don't look. Except now she's gonna... I said don't look! Why are you looking? Oh, Really, though, I still have a strong feeling that in the end, I don't know if this really is ghosts or if everyone is just in, like, maybe there's something in the water in this town, I don't know. Convenient. Fire escape is convenient.
Oi! What's your game? You shouldn't be here. This is a closed site.
Let's not go around spouting about the ghosts, eh?
And what did you think you were doing, wandering about like that?
If I was a patient here, I just wanted to see it for myself.
I don't think so. Well, this place has been closed more than 20 years.
No, she was here 2 years ago.
This place was closed up after the fire broke out on the ward. They moved all the mental stuff to some other place.
So... That does make me genuinely curious about something. Let's see Alexander. He seems to know more than the Reverend about this shit. I told you not to go back there.
I see you didn't take my advice. That is unfortunate.
I'm sorry. I had to know if you know who this is.
Yes, this is Lucy. Unfortunate girl went missing from here a few years ago now. 3, to be precise.
Do you know why?
I have no idea. You could try talking to her father, Matthew. He still lives in the village, but I really wouldn't advise it.
Everything you tell us not to do, we're gonna end up doing.
It left him in a certain fragile state. He lives on his own now.
Thank you.
You should stay away from this. No good can come of it. Your friend is gone. There's nothing you can do about that.
I just need to know the truth.
There are some answers you should not be looking for, Christina.
Everybody wants closure. Closure is good, yeah? We like closure. Closure give us the happy time. Okay, I feel like that's a good stopping point for this episode. Yeah, I was trying to consider it, but I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So anyways, more spooky things happen, and more threads are being unraveled in this crazy conspiracy story. So let me know your thoughts so far in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave it a like. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye.